What's up, Star Wars nerds? On this edition of Hyperdrives, I wanted to follow up on a video I did maybe a month and a half ago on why it's time for more Empire Strikes Back in the Vintage Collection, and I just wanted to focus a little bit more on Hoth for this video, because at the time I did that last video, I hadn't gotten the Snowtrooper in. The Snowtroopers come in since then, and also I went ahead and purchased the probe droid from the Force Link, the one I spoke about in that video, so I'm going to review that for you guys and talk a little bit more about stuff in the Hoth scene. And I'm not going to do a full-on review of the Imperial Snowtrooper because it's been out for a while now and a lot of people have already done reviews, but I just want to acknowledge how awesome this thing is. Classic card back. It's VC349. I'm so happy to have this one finally. I've been wanting this. It's been in my top 25 most wanted list for TVC for a while now, and I could not be happier. This thing looks awesome. They nailed the details on that. Check out the weathering on the boots. The soft goods comma works well on this figure. Love the molding of the pouches, and the colors look on point with that off-white jumpsuit and then the bright white armor. So overall, an excellent addition to the Empire Strikes Back lineup for TVC. Now, of course, this is an Army Builder figure, and many of us predicted that Hasbro may release an Army Builder pack of the Snowtroopers, and that prediction is coming true. If you haven't heard by now, this Army Builder pack was leaked on eBay, and banthaskull.com actually was able to purchase one of these and review it and feature it on their website. Go check out banthaskull.com for their full review. It does appear it's a straight up Army Builder pack of all reg Snowtrooper figures, which is probably how it should be, and I'm just so excited this is coming out so I don't have to go purchase all those, $17 a pop carded Snowtroopers, and so this is going to be great for people to army build for those Hoth battles. All right, next up, I wanted to review for you the Imperial Probe Droid from the Force Link line, or the Last Jedi line. This is a 3 3/4 scale probe droid, and it comes with a Darth Vader as well, and I got this on eBay for about $25 US, and I can't believe I waited this long to purchase this thing. I've known about it forever. I've known that it's supposed to be a really good one, and for whatever reason I just never bought it, even though I'm this huge Empire Strikes Back fan. And I mentioned in my last ESB video that I would love to see Hasbro put out a all-new TVC Imperial Probe Droid, but this one just came out in 2017. It's supposed to be really good, so let's just see if it holds up, and maybe TVC could simply reissue this exact same probe droid but in TVC packaging. Alright, so let's get this bad boy open. Alright, so here is everything out of the box. You get a stand here, pretty cool. You've got the Probot itself, then you've got a little missile thing that can launch from the Probot, and then you've got Darth Vader. Now, unfortunately, he is a 5 POA Darth Vader. I've got him on the stand here because I absolutely cannot get him to stand up. I have moved his legs around, I've moved his body around, I played with his arms, and he will not stand up at all on his own, so that's really unfortunate. But, it's 5 POA anyways, and 5 POA is not okay. Not a horrible looking Vader, I've definitely seen worse, but not great. He's got the soft plastic cape that is removable. He looks okay. He can't stand, and it's just 5 POA, so not a good Vader. His lightsaber is decent. It's got some okay paint apps on there, so if you're in need of an extra Darth Vader lightsaber for whatever reason, you could probably get some use out of that. But other than that, you don't want to be making this purchase for the Vader figure, okay? It is not a good Vader figure. All right, so here is the probe droid on the stand, and right off the bat, I am loving this figure. He looks awesome. Got a little bit of weathering there, some scratches, and then you've got the little red details on there. The mold is excellent. He is articulated there at the head, and then the legs have plenty of articulation at the major elbows. They also kind of swivel, so you can change the angle of them. Now, not every single joint articulates. It's a little bit random, but it's enough to be completely adequate. And you do have some that have the little tiny wrist like this one that does swivel, but some do not swivel. So just keep that in mind. It's not completely 100% articulated at every single leg joint, but there's enough articulation there that I say it's more than adequate to get the poses you would want. Now, here's the little missile, if you will, that I mentioned before. They did this purely to get some playability for the kids, and it goes in nice and flush in the front, but see, it sticks out in the back, and that's what I don't like, so I probably won't be using it. It's spring loaded, and to launch it you just press on the back and there it goes. Now, that play feature reminds me of the Power of the Force 2 Probot, so let's bring that one in. I've had this one for years, and it was a great one for the time. You can see it's got the orange missiles there. The articulation on the legs was pretty bad, not nearly as good as this newer one. On this one, you press a button to launch the missile. The spring has probably worn out a little bit, so it doesn't launch very far. But it also had a little exploding head feature. You press another button, he pops out to simulate when Han and Chewie blew up the probe droid in the movie. So that was a fun little play feature. Great little probot, but definitely love this Force Link one. Way better. Next, I just want to just show you guys that there is a Black Series version of this same exact probe droid, which I've actually had for several years now. It's so weird that I never got the 3 3/4 version. I only had the Black Series one. And a fun fact is Hasbro actually put out the Force Link one first, and then they used that mold and scaled it up to the Black Series one. They are the exact same mold. Now, what's awesome about the Black Series version is the stand is way better. It actually comes with a snow-capped base, and then the stand bar is actually a clear plastic instead of the cheaper, translucent. So I love the stand way better. I wish the 3 3/4 version had the exact same kind of stand. If I ever decide to put the Black Series one away, I may take that snow base and customize it to work for the 3 3/4 one. So overall, I am blown away by this probe droid. This is an awesome one, and I really don't see Hasbro doing a better job if they were to make a new one in TVC. So I'm convinced that we don't need an all-new one, but I still would love to see Hasbro go ahead and re-release it in TVC packaging. All right, so here I've laid out some of the official TVC Hoth releases, plus that Force Link probe droid. Now, I don't want to just repeat myself from my previous ESB video when I talked about the Hoth figures we need, but I do want to emphasize that I would really love to see an army builder of an updated Rebel Soldier. And I'm talking about the white coat Rebel Soldier, because this figure is just pretty outdated. Now, I went ahead and swapped the head from one of the Echo base soldiers with the brown vest, because it just looks so much better. The head that comes with this figure is that really old face sculpt, and the headgear is molded around it. It's all one head. It's not a head with a separate headgear. And I just think the separate headgear looks way more realistic and looks just a lot better. So I'm loving the Echo base soldier head put on the white coat soldier. But the swivel hips are not okay for a soldier in a battle scene. I think we do need an all new white coat Rebel Soldier, fully articulated with barbell hips. These are the guys doing all the major fighting outside in the Battle of Hoth. And now that we have this awesome fully articulated Snowtrooper, we need equally awesome white coat Rebel Soldiers to go up against them. I would be totally fine with just an army builder pack rather than a carded release. Oh, and don't forget, we still need an AT-AT driver and an all new AT-AT Commander Veers, plus that Hoth Han Solo. Thanks for watching.